Hello there guys, welcome to Luna's World. Very happy new year to you. Welcome to 2017 and this is the first video of the year. Very excited about this year. We're going to be talking about what we've got in store on this channel as we do this flight, but let me first explain where we are and what we're going to do. So we're currently at the airport that serves the tourist industry to the Grand Canyon. It's the Grand Canyon National Airport, and we're going to be taking off and then flying through the Grand Canyon in the Cirrus, just high speed kind of adrenaline rush. Great way to kick off the new year. So without further ado, we'll taxi on out and have a bit of fun. So I'm going to be talking about, like I said, some of the ideas that I've got for the channel in the coming weeks, and some longer term things as well. So yeah, I hope you've had a good New Year's Eve and you welcomed in the new year in style. I was certainly not doing that. I've been ill actually over the Christmas period. I haven't felt this rough for absolutely ages and ages. Some weird virus thing. Still not great, but it's better than it was. It actually started before Christmas. And yeah, Christmas was a bit of a write-off for me, but there we go, it happens, I guess. Let's put our landing lights on, and yeah, you know, can't complain too much. Quite intrigued to see how the Grand Canyon is modelled. I took a trip up to Niagara Falls just to check out the scenery there, and it really wasn't modelled very well, but there is add-on scenery that you can get for free, as most things are with X-Plane. It looked pretty good. Alright, so we'll take off, and then I'll as we head out towards the canyon, I'll talk about what some of the things we've got in store for this new year. So I hope you've strapped yourself in, and here we go. And rotate. Positive rate. Oops. Forgot to trim out before we took off. This one is a little bit mumpy. Apologies. Pretty glorious flying conditions here in the Grand Canyon. Very light winds. And we'll start to make our right hand turn. Flaps can come up. And we'll just come back off the throttle. And retrim. And then we'll head over towards the canyon. So we'll do a quick flight through the canyon, see how it's modelled, come back and land. It'll be a relatively short video, but in the meantime we'll talk about some of the things that I've got planned in the near future. So first things first, I've had a lot of views and a lot of comments on the Hudson video, which I'm really grateful for. I plan on recreating that with payware scenery and payware aircraft, namely the Jar Design A320. Basically, apart from scenery, there's no add-ons. There's no real plain payware add-ons that are officially available yet for X-Plane 11. That's not to say that you can't get them working. Some of them you can, and they're perfectly fine. Quite a lot of them, however, the more complex ones, they're buggy, and there's, you know, they might be able to fly, but there'll be weird things going on with the FMC, or, you know, like in the case of the Jar Design, it all works perfectly, it looks amazing, but you can't remove the chocks and the engine covers, stuff like that. So it's basically, I'm waiting until X-Plane 11 is properly released, and some of the add-ons are as well, and then we'll redo that video, and I'll try and do it with more accuracy and with the full sort of glory of all these payware add-ons. So that's the first thing. That's going to take a bit of time because of the delay in X-Plane 11. I think we're looking at February now, so it's something to look forward to. It is high on my priority list because, well, I had so much fun making that video, and recreating it with higher levels of detail and accuracy is something that's very appealing and fun to me. So that's the first thing. I'm also going to be doing the Air Canada flight that ran out of fuel due to miscalculation, and that's a pretty big project to get right. So and again, I'm going to be doing payware versions of that. So I'm going to be using the Flight Factor 767, which again is not officially out. I've had pretty good reports though that it's working. So I'm yet decided as to whether I'm going to wait. I think my inkling is to wait until it's released for X-Plane 11. I just want to do a good job of these, these bigger sort of videos, and I think it's worth the wait. I'm going to be practicing making that video, of course, between now and then, which leaves me to talk about the next idea that I had, which was oops, losing frames here, changing the cloud textures. Yeah, which was to do with doing some live streaming. Something I have done before on Twitch quite a long time ago, and I'm thinking of doing it on YouTube, and just to see how it works. So maybe you guys can let me know how you feel about that, if it's something you'd be interested in, if you'd like to join on the stream, and it's a good chance to get to know you guys a bit better. We can have some fun along the way. So practicing, emergency procedures, and so doing some crazy things that you wouldn't normally do. Basically, having some fun in a live stream. Maybe I'll do that once a week or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's just an idea at the moment. I think it'd be fun. I'd quite like to do that. So there's that. I had an idea about visiting the 7 wonders of the world, and upon further thinking of that, a lot of the 7 wonders of the world are actually buildings like the Acropolis and the Taj Mahal and things. So it might be quite fun for me to try and find scenery that depicts all that stuff, and visit those particular areas. Again, let me know what you think about that idea. What else? Lots of stuff. I'm still going to be continuing with flight requests. Keep churning those out. So keep your requests coming in, and I'll try and get through them all. Do send me a message if I've missed you out, but also give me some time. This isn't my main job at all, so I've got to fit this in between my main job and my main job as father of my daughter. So yeah, time is pretty tight, but I'll do my best to get through them. What else? Can't remember. I should have written this down. But anyway, this is pretty nice actually. This is modelled really well through here, I have to say. It's jolly good fun flying through. At low altitude, skimming the surfaces. It's a great little plane to do this in though. It's very agile. It's like I keep saying it, it's like a little fighter jet. It really is. Pretty nice on the whole. I think this is modelled really well. There's some sharp angles like that aren't that realistic in the rock, but that's a thing that is just generally all over most scenery. I don't know how tricky it is. Well, I guess it's pretty tricky to blend those edges in, but that's kind of what it needs, I feel. But I'm kind of nitpicking, because other than that, it looks really nice. Look at those mountains off in the distance, absolutely glorious. We've got some cloud issues there. I don't know what that's about. I haven't really noticed that before. Not entirely sure, but anyway, looking pretty glorious. Let's have a quick look outside. Very nice. Pretty nice. So yeah, let me know how you celebrated your New Year's Eve, and I'm going to get all philosophical here now, but I was thinking about that just the other night of how amazing it is that we can connect with people in different countries and converse about the differences in culture. And it kind of reminds me of flying in a sense. You know, aircraft are tools to take us from A to B. Either that or they're, you know, the reason I fly is because it gives you a completely different perspective on the world. And of course we're all in the same world, but depending on where you are, what you experience in life is incredibly different, and that to me is absolutely fascinating, and it's something that I think we should embrace and experience as much as possible. You know, why wouldn't you want to experience other cultures and you know, a different perspective on life? Yeah, there you go. That's my New Year's resolution. Travel more, see more of the world, experience more culture, and try and become a better person from it. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing this year. So let me know how you celebrated New Year's Eve, whether you celebrated it at all. Maybe you didn't. Maybe your culture, your country doesn't see January 31st, December 31st as being the start of the new year. I know in Thailand we have they do celebrate 31st of December, but they also celebrate the Thai New Year, which is in April, a festival called Songkran. And that's really amazing, that festival, if you've never been there. Whoops, sorry, I'm watching something else. The Songkran festival, it's the hottest time of year in Thailand in April. It's their summertime, but it's yeah, it's a very, very cool festival. A lot of fun, splashing water. Right, so we'll have an aerial view of the Grand Canyon, so we fly over it, and we'll start to head back towards the airfield. Pretty nice, I have to say. Let's just move forward a little bit. Just want to see. Whoops. Look at that. Extremely beautiful, modelled very well. Has anyone ever done the helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon? That's something I'd like to do. My dad's done it, but I haven't done it. That would be pretty awesome. A lot of things to do. Always. So if you've got some ideas, guys, that you want to, you know, me to do on the channel, then by all means write in and let me know. I've had a request actually to fly from Suvarnabhumi in Bangkok, and that's an airport that I know pretty well. and I've just got the A380 Thai Airways Airbus. So I might check that out. Might fly that around Bangkok just for a laugh. I've never flown it before. It's obviously the biggest commercial aircraft, passenger aircraft in the world, so that could be fun. Again, it's freeware, so don't expect incredible detail in the cockpit. It looks lovely from the outside actually, but yeah, it is freeware, and again, I'm using freeware because mostly there isn't anything officially released for X-Plane 11 at the time of this recording, but as soon as stuff starts to come out, then rest assured we'll be checking it out. So you can see the airfield ahead there. Let's just have another look outside. Absolutely stunning. Look at the shadows and the lighting effects there. Absolutely gorgeous. Can hardly believe my eyes, to be honest. It's like we're flying in Mars. Absolutely incredible. Gorgeous stuff. So, what are your New Year's resolutions? I've got a lot of questions for you guys. This is the kind of thing that we can chat about on the live stream. You know, do a bit of flying and you know, I'm really keen to chat with you guys and connect, because you can't do that. Well, you can through comments, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, let me know what your New Year's resolutions are. Fly more is one of mine both in real world and sim. But for me, again, just to generally try and have a more positive outlook on things. I'm a fairly positive person, I like to think, but attitude and the way you approach things is so important. And I think if you can really change your life path if you come at it from a more positive perspective. Really truly believe that. So that's something I'm going to be trying to implement more in my life. I'm super lucky. I've got very little to complain about. In fact, I've got nothing to complain about at all. I'm very, very lucky. So on the back of that, you know, helping others, supporting others, these should be our priorities. Alright, so we'll start to slow down. We're going above our legal speed, but that's okay. We'll start to get set up for our approach and landing. Hope you've enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, actually. I'm really impressed with the scenery, default scenery of the Grand Canyon. Very cool. Very cool. Another idea that I've had is to explore some of the failures, the failure system. I don't know if you know, but you can get an app on your iPhone or iPad, or probably Android as well, which can flick between things very, very quickly without having to touch the mouse. So it does it all. So you can change aircraft, you can change location, you can set failures, all that kind of good stuff from your iPad or your iPhone, and it works really, really well. So maybe we'll do a series on checking out some of the failures and doing, you know, trying to, as best we can with what we've got currently in X-Plane, to go through emergency checklists and things like that, you know, so rejected takeoffs, go arounds, engine out, one engine landings, you know, maybe even water landings, because some people think I need more practice at that. But yeah, so that's something I've got planned also. And again, let me know what you think. So it's exciting stuff. We've got lots and lots planned for the channel. I want to do some reviews as well as more things come out for X-Plane 11, hardware reviews. I pretty much exclusively use at the moment Cytec stuff, which I really do like. Anything I don't like is the fact that it doesn't look like stuff. But then I don't know, maybe that doesn't bother me because I like to fly all different types of jets and, you know, commercial passenger jets as well as GA. So if it looked like one aircraft, it would be hard to go between them, I suppose. But I really like Cytec stuff, especially in X-Plane. You just get that little plug-in and it just works. And it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do a video on setting that up and also just going through my settings, going through what my computer is, all that kind of stuff. I've had quite a few requests to tell you guys what the specs are, and it is all in the About page, but quite a few people haven't been able to find it. So maybe I'll do a quick video on it in the next few days or so. Let me know what you think. I'll probably do it anyway. But alright, here we go. Stage of flaps and our gear can come down. Feeding in a little bit of left rudder. And we'll do a descending turn. Come back off the throttle a little bit. And we'll start to come out of the descent. See where we are in terms of the runway. Okay, all good. Throttling back. It'll be about 90 knots for the base for the approach. More or less. Alright, and full flap. A little bit high. Got no PAPI lights on this runway for some reason. We'll be hearing 500 any second. Okay. Come on, where's my 500 marker? There we go. I didn't set the QNH, so the elevation of this is rather high up, given that we're in the Grand Canyon. Alright, so we're pretty stable, so we'll continue. Just making fine adjustments. And just letting it do its thing, really. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do a landing technique video at some point. A lot of people seem to battle landings, and really the planes, they kind of just land. Once you've got them set up, they kind of just land themselves. Alright, so we'll just apply a little bit of brake. This is where it gets a bit dodgy with the brakes. I haven't really got it configured properly. I'm trying to apply equal pressure to both sides and it's all over the place. Never mind. Alright, that'll do. More clean up. Flaps up. one of the things they've modelled actually, which is really cool in X-Plane in this latest beta version, version 3 I think it is, they have done sort of stationary flight model. So when you're actually parked, the aircraft will still move depending on the wind and depending whether you're on a slope and all that kind of stuff. So it's really gone a stage further than fixing the age-old problem that we had in Prepared, which is the friction, on-ground friction thing. So yeah, really cool, and it works really well. It's really realistic. So parking brakes, you've got to be really aware and have that on all the time. And the wind will move the aircraft. If you've got the ailerons and you're facing into the wind or facing against the wind, it will move the aircraft accordingly. Very cool. So there we are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's really good to be back. I'm slightly starting to feel more human than I have been in the last few weeks. It's good to be back. Really excited to be making lots of cool new videos for you, and like as always, really appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe, and like I said, let me know if you want me to do all of those things that I've mentioned, live streaming and blah blah blah, etc. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'll still be doing flight requests, so keep your requests coming in, and I'll get round to them as quickly as I can, bearing in mind that, you know, I do have a very busy life outside of flight simming, but I'll do my best. So there we go. Welcome back to Grand Canyon National, and we'll leave it there. Thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, and yeah, Happy New Year once again. Take care.